So you got to go back out and come back in. Hello, everyone. We are live. A little bit technical difficulties. Hey, Jeff. Go ahead and unshare your screen and then come back in and make sure you hit the volume.
The volume's on.
It's only on a share screen, sir. I'm looking at it.
Then let me do it this way. Hold on 1 second. Oh, wait, hold on. Stop sharing. Let me go to, because
It wouldn't be a podcast without technical difficulties. We love y'all.
Right.
So,
1 second.
welcome to the Great American Podcast, everybody, where everything American matters. This is Jeff and Steve's Friday night edition of Off the Cuff. Super random, right, Jeff? We just came out and just randomly was like, okay, here goes. We're just gonna do a show. Are you there, sir?
I'm here, just trying to do my thing. Just give me a second.
So,
hold on.
See what we got going on in the background there?
Yeah.
My lovely little shirt. I'll be back 2024. Thanks for being here, everybody. So we got a very important show to come up on. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. This is obviously our first show after the election. We know that there was a lot that happened during the election. Not only that, but a ton of things that are going on with Trump, with his cabinet picks, with everything else. So we got a good show to come on. First thing that we want to talk about, though, we do want to hit something head on. And as soon as we get the screen working here and we get the video up and running, we'll go ahead and get rolling with that stuff. So in the meantime, I am going to find something to put on the screen, guys. What do you think? I got a YouTube video.
I literally do not want to know why it did that. Go ahead. Try now.
All right, we got it up and running, sir.
Still waiting on Jeff, but that video you were going to play, go ahead.
All right. It's just what you put out there.
You still look like an angel. I heard you're doing fine. Got promoted back in April, and you met someone. Your dad says he's okay. Well, I've never been better. Things are going my way. I sleep like a baby. I never show up late for work. I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, and I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you, but you know I never lie. Yeah, I met somebody too. She's a model out in LA, and she's begging me to move. She says Malibu is really great. I ain't decided if I'm going or not, but at the end of the day, I sleep like a baby. I never show up late for work. I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, and I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye.
All right, guys. I think we are back. here. So excited to see you. Sorry about the tech difficulties. It wouldn't be a show without technical difficulties. Am I correct? All right, I think Jeff's ready to go.
We've been some
Can you
9/11
hear it?
stuff still. We still got that one to go. We
Yeah.
haven't finished that one.
Can you hear it?
We can. Yep.
Okay. Because here comes. We talked about this before the show. We had to go and find it, but here you go.
Yet, but trust me, that one's in the waiting. We have some money to give away once things get settled down. I think
Yes.
it's a few $100s that we've gotten. That's still, we haven't forgot about that, guys. Just know,
Yes.
that is what that is. We're not asking for nothing. Right?
Okay, so that was September 29th. And if you're wondering why we played that, is because we did not forget why we set this up. When Steven came to me last year and said, "Hey, I want to start a podcast," and we had our crew, we knew who we wanted to do it with, and we knew what we wanted to do it for. Steven, what was it, about 2 weeks ago? Maybe 2.5 weeks ago?
It may have been, man. It's been such a blur, and just to have to go
Right.
to get that in the middle of everything else that I'm going through was like, are you serious? right
Because
now?
because
It's
you
crazy.
even said it in the video back on September 29th that once everything cools down.
Yep.
So the reason why we're bringing this up is, again, we did not forget about what we're doing and the cause we're doing this for and where your donations are going. We still have those. We got a text from somebody, and it was a group text, and it was kind of a nasty where's my donations going? Like right now. It's like, do you not realize everybody in the world right now has a bunch of shit going on? If you've been paying attention, you would have seen on September 29th, we addressed it out of nowhere that we still have that money.
Yep.
And we're going to do something with it. We have to
Like
find
$362 or something. I don't
We-
know.
we
John would know the exact amount, but
we have to find a good cause for homeless veterans that's vetted, and we know where that money is going to go, and it's going to go to homeless veterans. We have, not only that, all the shit that we've been through, Steven, all the shit that you've been through, the shit that I went through last month. I was out of work for 3 weeks. 3 weeks without a paycheck. I got a check for short-term disability coming in for $55 for 3 weeks. I was out of work. I went almost a month without a paycheck. Yeah, there's shit going on. And this person was kind of like, I didn't know who it was at first because they started off with, "Oh, well, I'm pretty sure I'm blocked." And
it was just weird.
I
I just want to say it was weird.
yeah, out of nowhere, just out of nowhere.
And I'm not. And here's the thing, like.
And just so y'all know, this was my idea to address this in the way we're doing it. It was my idea to, let's start out of the gate with this because I want to address it. Don't come at us the way you did. And then when I call you to see what's going on, you don't answer. And then you send another text. "Oh, well, don't call." Don't sit there, light a fire, and then fucking run. "Oh, only I get to be heard, but I don't want to hear what you have to say." Fuck you. Sorry. But you're going to sit there, and I was really good friends with this person. And for you to sit there and turn your back on me, and then you're going to sit there and choose the enemy. And yeah, the enemy is Cammy. We're going to address that too. So
it's a year to get everything off our chest, and then we're gonna go into the show and get into some shit because why not? Everything's changed. I'm in a new place. I'm living in a new city in a new state across from everything, and we'll talk about that as well.
And there's people watching that they saw my video a couple weeks ago that I did, and I explained everything that I went through. Sorry that we're not doing it in a timely fashion on your watch. Again, it's like if you've been paying attention, you would have, if you've been watching the podcast without commenting, you would have seen we addressed this 2 months ago. Oh, fuck you. Sorry. But yeah, you're going to choose Cammy. Cammy's not with us for a reason, by the way. So
All
that's
right.
what I had to say. But if
Let's-
you want to address the Cammy thing even more, I got receipts.
Yeah. If you want to continue, I'm done with it. I don't want to put any more energy into it.
No, you're right, because it just sucked the energy out of me.
But that's just me, you know. There's a lot that went on, so I'm glad that we opened up with that, guys. Just want to let you know that I'm excited that you guys are all here. It's gonna be a good show today. There's a lot that's going on. We're gonna hit that a little bit harder later on.
One thing we should really talk about real quick is how social media and stupid shit gets rewarded in this world nowadays. The Haktua girl. She said Haktua spit on that thing, and she became an instant success overnight, and she wanted to seem so wholesome. Oh, well, I turned down OnlyFans, but yet, she might be going to prison. Did you hear about that, Steven?
Tell me all about it.
Oh yeah, she got caught with this cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme that she fucking blindly put her name on. Oh yeah, let me put my name on it. Somebody said it was a good idea, and what I think they lost like $500 million in one day. One day, everybody's like, "Where's my money?" And she
Crypto.
can't answer because she
Hey.
she has no idea what she's doing.
Crypto. Do you remember crypto?
I don't know much about it. I know that crypto is a good way for these people to buy and sell children because it's a little harder to trace. Oh, and speaking of, I have to send a link to Jonesy.
So I'm
'cause
actually
she's gonna-
I'm actually thinking like more along the lines of what's that guy's name? You know, the one that was Sam or whatever, the guy that had that company that was donating to the cryptocurrency, like they were donating money to Ukraine through there, and it was funneling back to the DNC. Sam Bankman, is that the guy's name? Sam Bankman.
I don't know. You got
What's
me
the
on
guy's
that one.
name? I'm trying to find the podcast. I have no idea where it is.
You got me on that one. I didn't hear. When it comes to like shit about crypto and all that, I don't pay attention because it's like I just don't want to get involved in knowing about it. You know.
All right.
It's still isn't it still basically a cashless society? You know, the little bit I did research about it is again, it's like it's a good way for people to buy and sell children because the way it's harder to trace. And the reason why I mentioned Jonesy because I was talking to her on the phone the other night, and she said, "Do you remember the milk cartons back in the day with the missing children?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "How do you think they recognize and they buy and sell children through the milk cartons? The missing children. It's like fucking right in our face the whole time."
Hold on. I'm putting something up here.
No, that's all.
Give me just a moment.
And sorry, I was aggravated when I first got on it. It's just
Oh, you're good.
Why does nothing work? Because I was still kind of fired up. Like,
This
nah,
guy
we're gonna
right
address
here.
this shit.
This guy.
Oh yeah. Did he
Sam
die?
Sam Bankman Fried. No, he's not dead. He's still alive. He just got out of prison, I think. But this is the guy. Like he billions of dollars went through him to Ukraine back into the Democratic National Committee's coffin for money. They tried to do everything they could to get the election overturned, and then you know what's funny? Nobody's really like. I can't really go on X much because it's like for some reason my feed's filled with liberal BS whenever I log in, and I just don't want to see it. It's so gross. Like, you know, and it's at first it was, why isn't anybody talking about it? Where are all the votes at? We're missing 20 million votes. Where did they go? Somebody needs to audit. There's 20 million votes missing. You know, they're all talking.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're for audits. Oh,
This all happens, right? And I'm just like, these guys are going through the what is that? How many steps agreed was there?
I don't know.
These guys go through 365 steps agreed or whatever the hell.
It's amazing that the people that in 2016 did not accept the results of the 2016 election told us to accept the results of the 2020 election are again not accepting the results of the 2024 election. You can't look people. Here's a good example of what a liberal is. If your child asks you, Daddy, Mommy, what's a liberal? Okay, I'll explain to you what a liberal is. A liberal is somebody who is all for transgendered women who are biological males competing in female sports. They're all for that. Now, if Caitlin Clark, the best female basketball player, probably going to be in history. I know it's her rookie season. Look at all her numbers, though. If she came out and says, "Oh, by the way, I'm trans. I was born a biological man," the liberals would cry and scream and said, "She has no right in female sports." That's what a liberal is. That's their hypocrisy. And by the way, Caitlin Clark is a little suspect. I'm going to say that right now. Look at her. Look at the Adam's apple.
All right.
I mean,
So check
everybody's
this out.
born. Everybody's born with an Adam's apple. Everybody. It's just more predominant in males because the cartilage is more. Oh, and by the way, real quick too, I know Todd's probably not watching yet, but Todd's a big wrestling fan, and I've been kind of getting back into it, watching clips. And there's a guy on YouTube. His channel is The Shills Have Lies. Maybe I'll find a video and we'll play it. But he exposes like all these females in Hollywood and entertainment as like he's not saying they are males, but he's basically showing you that they could be. So he brought up Becky Lynch. If you watch wrestling, you know who Becky Lynch is. I used to love her. And it's like, yeah, now it makes sense. Look at the chiseled jaw that Becky Lynch has. She has an Adam's apple. What is her nickname? She calls herself the Man. In her book, at the end of one of her paragraphs, it says, "I'm not the typical girl." It's right in your face. It could all be a coincidence, but once you start going down those rabbit holes and you learn what you learn and you can't unlearn it, you look for it everywhere. I can't watch a movie without trying to find something.
Yeah,
I can't.
we watched Wicked. I don't know, man. Anyways, so check this out. So somebody sent me this, and I thought this was interesting. And then like we'll slow it down a little bit. It's only a minute video, but Jeff, I think you and I should take time to talk about what we see inside of this. Okay. So this artist creates mind-blowing optical illusions. All right, check this out. I'm going to pause it. You see that?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. It's all children's stuff.
No, but what is this? Big Bird has a
Looks like a dildo.
or a knife. He's getting ready to kill them. Hold on. Just wait. It gets crazy.
The needle.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
What's this show?
Monsters Inc. And if you really know the synopsis of the movie, it's basically adrenochrome.
Right? Check this out. It's even crazier. Just ahead. Right? Look at this.
Yeah.
Is that a guy or a gal?
Trans.
It is non-binary.
What is that?
Child in a cage.
A freaking baby in a cage. Spider?
Mm-hmm.
What is the spider doing?
Yeah.
In a banana? Is that a banana? I bet you there is way more in this thing than that. We got Mickey with a diaper.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know.
Oh, Tom Hanks, Woody.
Look at him, he's all beat up.
What a good choice for a name, too. Woody.
Yeah, no kidding. Castaway. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. I just thought, like, just how random and,
Odd choice of stuff and odd positioning of Yeah, a spider going down on the chick, a headless one, a bit. Oh my god.
All right, so we got some people watching right now.
I mean, even before 2020, we would have noticed all that shit. You know,
Oh,
we definitely
absolutely.
would have.
A lot of it. So let's say hi to everybody that is hanging out here
Two
today.
F-17 is in the house. HD is in the house. Chatoza. That's right. I'm like
Santosa had to
I'm
go
like,
though.
okay.
She left. Terry,
Oh.
I see Terry. DG.
Yes, Terry. Is DG up in there? Oh, yes, he is. Hey, DG.
2F7.
T-Rebs is in the house. Yeah, I said 2F-17. Almost said her real name. Just starts with a C. Just call her C. Mrs. C. Like from
So,
Happy Days.
Fascinating stuff here. See if I can find something. Oh, my life is miserable. Hold on. It may let me in. Oh, what? Anyways, what do you got going on, Jeff? What's going on in your life? And then we'll talk about what went on in
I mean, things have gotten better. You know, I address some stuff at work. You know, when let me tell you something. My boss was super cool the way he handled everything. You know, I'm not going to get into it that much because I just don't feel like it right now. Everybody knows I'm an open book, and I know the one time we talked a couple months ago, you said I want to like an old fuck off lefties kind of video, or even just like a confessional or something. You know, last month was rough, and the best way I can describe it is it's not that the bottom fell out, it's that the ceiling opened and everything fell on me at once. That's the best way I can describe it. And a lot of it had to do with work. And I told my boss when I was going, I said, look, you know, a lot of what happened is because of the pressures from work. You all put too much shit on me at once. You know, it's like the minute I came back, they had a parade that they went to a couple weeks ago, and my boss borrowed his friend's trailer, and I had to modify the trailer, and I had to build the sides for it. And they were putting a 12-foot wide canopy on an 8-foot trailer, so I had to put extensions out. It's like the minute I walked through the door that Monday after being out for 3 weeks in the hospital for almost a week. First question, we have something for a parade. We need you to. It's like one crisis at a time. I just got in. Please. This is the reason why I was out for a while. Is because the minute I walk in the door, I get bombarded with shit. Calm down. Let me get my foot in the door. You know, type shit, you know. But, you know, like I said, I made a video about it, and I was very open about it, you know. Some people in the chat, they know. But then they've been following me for over 2 years now, and they know when I made videos my old way. It's like I was very open about everything that was going on. I got nothing to hide. Just like some people, like somebody said, "Oh, you should really watch out." You said where you're from. I was like, "Yeah, I live in Texas." Everybody, my name is Jeff Rogers. It's like I have nothing to hide. If they were coming after me, they would have came after me a long time ago. They got bigger fish to fry. If they were still around, you know. It's like it's amazing how over the past couple months. You really don't hear much about Joe Biden anymore. You really don't. And I'm going to say it on record right now. If it's January 20th or if it's March 14th, I don't know. All I can tell you is when Trump gets sworn in, he will not be sworn in D.C. I will bet you right now. I'll bet you any amount of money. It will not be in D.C. I would think. Me and John talk about this a lot.
I think they're still putting it on. I think the show's still got to get put on.
I don't know. I was just going to say that. Me and John have talked about this a few times. I wouldn't doubt if something big happens between now and the inauguration.
Oh well, yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
You have to tell the people. There was no Joe Biden. There was no Joe Biden presidency. Again, we don't know the rules. We've never been through this before. We can only speculate. This is just my speculation, but Joe Biden cannot go down in history as a president of this country when Joe Biden, the real one, is dead. You just can't do it. So that's why I think something's going to happen in between now and the inauguration. Whether it be January 20th or March 14th, I don't know. We don't know.
All right, so there was a couple of where was it at?
While you're looking
Oh.
for what you're looking for, I'm going to look for the Shills Have Lies on YouTube.
All right, here we go. So this is just going to be something fun for a second, and then you can go into that, and then I got something serious. Let's do the fun thing first.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let me get on the same page with you so I can watch it because I already have it pulled up. I'm just going through what video I want to show. Well, like I said, he calls these celebrities out without really doing it. He lets pictures speak for themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah. Ah, here you. So it's a minute long while you're looking for your thing.
No, I already like I said, I already found it. I just need to go through which one I want.
Oh, hold on. I don't know how to work this thing very well. Can you guys see it?
You have to actually, I think,
Can you
click
see
on
it
the
all?
video. Yeah. There's just no sound, but you have to. I think you have to click on it for the. Click on the video itself. All right.
Y'all can't hear it? Dang it.
No.
All right, I'm not gonna play it then.
Because sometimes when somebody, because I'm not on X, but when
okay.
sometimes when somebody sends me something, you have to actually click on the video itself.
I could hear it. It
comes
was
up separate.
bumping in my ears. So it was just me. Okay, what do you got, sir?
Okay, let me find a good one. I mean, why not J-Lo? She's very suspect, seeming that. So here, let me share a screen, and you all make up your own mind about. Oh shit, that's right. I gotta go on to. Hold on. This is what I hate about Restream is because I can't be on my Google. I have to be on the one that's the Restream is on for you to be able to hear it. So just. Okay, so.
Let's go.
Where did we go?
Yeah, it's like
Uh-oh.
so you get the idea of what his channel. That's all his channel is. It's just like I said, calling out these celebrities just by their own pictures. And he did the first one I saw from him was Ralph Macchio. And if you really look back when Ralph first came out, it's like he did
Yeah.
seem kind of effeminate.
Jeff,
What?
we don't talk about Ralph.
Why is that? Because he's the Karate Kid.
Everybody told me I was Ralph Macchio growing up. We don't talk about Ralph.
Oh, we're gonna talk about him now.
I may be Ralph.
No, you're not. No, you're not even close. Trust me.
Hey,
Jonesy, Jonesy is in the house.
What's up, Jonesy? So we're gonna go all over the place. All right, are you ready for this? I got something for you. Let's see if I
Yeah, because there's something else I want to bring up too. It's the song Californication from the Red Hot Chili Peppers that was done back in 99, 98. But go ahead. Hello, Jonesy again. We love you, Jonesy. I do.
What is going on? Okay.
Bomber.
Can you see this?
Maybe
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Oklahoma
hear
City
it?
bombing.
one of the benefits of me
Yep.
talking to you today is that you'll see that maybe not everything is true that you've heard about me.
On the morning of April 19, 1995, a decorated Gulf War combat vet blew up the federal building in Oklahoma City using a truck bomb that he didn't build in a Ryder truck that he didn't rent with the help of a passenger who didn't exist. Having just
I've
gotten
seen
away
this
with the
one.
largest act of terrorism on U.S. soil to date, the Fort Bragg trained Special Forces Sheep Drip Dropout blended in with the crowd by making his getaway in a car without a license plate and was immediately pulled over. The ATF was the supposed target of the attack, but luckily all of their agents were out of the office that morning. Later that day, the president boldly declared,
We will find the people who did this.
and
When
Yeah,
we
look in the
do,
mirror.
justice will be swift, certain,
Pause it.
and
Pause it.
severe.
Pause it for a second. Didn't Bush say almost the exact same fucking thing after 9/11?
He did. That's what I was going to go into next.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
Hello, sister girl too. That's Jonesy's friend, my friend too.
So,
She has a podcast also. It's called Patriot Soapbox.
Patriot
It's on
Soapbox.
Rumble.
On
It's
Rumble. Go follow
Yep.
her, everybody. Go follow Patriot Soapbox.
So sorry to cut you off, but it's like the second I heard, I'm like, did we hear this somewhere else?
except for
John Doe number 2.
John Doe number 2.
John Doe number 2.
who, according to the FBI, never existed. In McVeigh's unprecedented 3.5-week trial, the prosecution didn't show the CCTV footage of him and John Doe number 2 parking the Ryder truck. Didn't explain why 24 separate witnesses mass hallucinated the existence of John Doe number 2. Didn't explain why the government was testing truck bombs and the army was storing Ryder trucks at Camp Gruber right before the bombing. And didn't talk to the FBI informants who...
All right. We're good. We don't need to play anymore. And here's the reason why.
Yeah, he was totally set up.
So,
I think.
my life is miserable. There we go. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's get into
So
it.
we have a gentleman that just got what's the word I'm looking for? Selected to be the director of the FBI.
And who is that?
Kash Patel.
Tell me things aren't happening. They've been happening.
So we have a gentleman named Kash Patel who obviously Q told us to keep our eyes on, right? Kash, sorry, I'm eating ice cream, everybody. We should eat ice cream together. It's Friday. It's the first Friday in December, so it's a very important day. So I'm working for a new company, and the company does this thing called First Friday in December where you get a bonus. And so we all got it deposited in our checks today, and then they sent a video out saying that you're going to get a second one. They're not big, but it was just a thought that matters,
It's
you know?
something. It's
Yeah,
something.
I mean, so it's like cool. And they're like, I love ice cream, you know, like Biden. Biden loves
I
ice
like
cream too.
Oh, yeah. You actually like the food ice cream, not the pedophile code word.
Yeah, no. A walnut sauce. What is walnut sauce?
Walnut sauce, I think, is code for orgy,
I don't
but
know.
Shit,
overdose.
I have it somewhere, but if you think about it, when they're really talking about walnut sauce, they're talking about black children adrenochrome.
So,
Look at what does a walnut look like?
so let's
The
talk
nut
about
itself.
this.
What does a real quick? What does a walnut look like? Looks like a brain,
Gross.
right?
You know, so the apartment that I'm in right now has a peacock on it or whatever. And I have the animals. I got the dog and the bird in here. So we hang out, but I like to put it on during the day. And they have the craziest shows, all the old school like Dragnet and
Wow.
Gunsmoke and like all these Murder She Wrote, all these shows that like so the bird and the dog are watching old school television that was really meant to manipulate people's minds, but people didn't know.
Notice how in movies, I think we talked about this before, because the NSA was taken over by the good guys, and Admiral Mike Rogers of the Navy took over the NSA. So the NSA is being run by the good guys. Notice how in movies.
hold on. Sorry, I just read something. Did you see what Jonesy said?
I love Jonesy.
That's worth
I
a
do.
stop. Sorry. Read it out.
Yeah. Hit that share like button like it's Nancy Pelosi's face. I love Jonesy. I do. And I like I said in the video, when I was going through my dark time last month, Jonesy and Choo Choo really stepped up. And I talked to them on the phone a lot. Yes, Choo Choo. I talked to her too on the phone a lot. But getting back to what we were talking about, in the movies, do you notice how they make the FBI and the CIA look like the best agencies out there? And what's the one movie about the NSA that made the NSA look like the bad guys? Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
Yeah, you think that's just coincidence? I was watching something it's like a documentary. Oh no, it was Q, Be the Plan, and they were saying how something about like in movies they always make the CIA out. When you're the bad guy, you have to make yourself out to be the good guy. And it's like I've always noticed that. Don't think just because again, there's a difference between being awake and being aware. I was always aware, and then I started to wake up. Just like the Oklahoma City bombing. Let's get back into that. Why did that happen? What was going to happen the very next day? Hillary was going to court for Whitewater.
Yep.
And all the evidence was in that building.
Interesting.
What was his name? What was his name? Not Timothy McVeigh, because that was the Unabomber. What was his name? The one that they set up. The guy in the video. I know it. I just can't think of it. Like I said, it wasn't Timothy McVeigh, because that was the Unabomber. Fuck, what's his? But anyway,
Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah,
Timothy McVeigh.
Wasn't that the Unabomber though? Look up Oklahoma City bomber.
Somebody knows it here.
But remember, we're on a 15-second delay too. I've seen so many interviews, and he kind of never says
Terry
that
Nichols.
that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it says. Oh, yeah, McVeigh, Timothy McVeigh.
Okay, it is. Then who was the Unabomber? Oh no, that was
He lived in Lincoln, Montana. He had a little cabin in Lincoln, Montana. I used to go to Lincoln to get there's beef jerky. There's this place called what is it?
Oh, Ted Kaczynski is the
Ted
Unabomber.
Kaczynski, yeah.
Never mind.
So it's this place. It's called Big Sky. I think it's Big Sky Beef Jerky Factory. but it's in Lincoln, Montana, and you can order their jerky online. Oh, dude, it's so good. They got this bison jerky that's like freaking incredible. It is so good.
You're teasing. You're teasing.
So lean.
I
might have to
when-
get some for Christmas this year. I love it. It's I think it's hold on, Montana, Lincoln, Montana, LINCOLN, Montana jerky. It's called High Country Beef Jerky Factory. Dude, like seriously,
High Country. That would be a good name for a friggin' dispensary too.
dude, right here. Oh, right now, limited time, 20% off. We are not sponsored by High Country Beef Jerky, but I'll tell you what, High Country Beef Jerky, if you wanted to sponsor me and give me free jerky, I would not be mad about that.
I would not be mad about it either.
Anyways, dude, these guys got, I mean, look at this stuff. Elk and bison jerky right here.
Oh,
Dude. Yeah. It's so good. And they'll ship it right to your house, too. Gift
and what was that?
boxes.
It was $8.99,
$8.99 for 2.5 ounces.
which
Yeah.
isn't that bad. I mean, real beef
the-
jerky. That when you see it, you're going to pay the same price.
Yeah, I mean, so you can get like large. So I was getting the larger like packs and stuff, variety packs and bundles. So I just get like a pack. You know, ooh, the pucks are, dude, these are amazing. You remember these when you go to the store? You ever had those?
No.
Dude, okay, anyway, sorry. We went down a squirrel. We went down a rabbit hole of beef jerky. I apologize. Ted Kaczynski, Lincoln, Montana. That's where that came from, guys. Lincoln, Montana, the Unabomber, Theodore Kaczynski.
It's like if you really watch like old, it's like he never. It's almost like he didn't try hard to clear his name. He knows he didn't do it, but I mean, we also have to remember too, he was in the military, and we also know that this war goes back a very long time. He could have acted like he was being a patsy, but
Here's the question.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This movie
What-
has taken so many twists and turns.
What do we know that is actual truth of the past? Past 3 generations, past 100 years ago.
The sky is
I found-
the sky.
I found
the
this-
sky is blue, and I still cannot figure out women. That's the only thing I can fully say.
So I'm
Because-
I'm not gonna say anybody should watch these guys or whatnot, but I find it interesting to see what other people see and what they think. And I found this weird channel on YouTube, and it's interesting that they're still there. But do you remember when we talked about the Cabbage Patch Kids?
Yeah, they all have a birth certificate.
So they did this episode on. Do you remember the show Spy Kids?
It was a movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about because they
I'm not
made
gonna-
like two of them.
I'm not going to go too much into it, but if you guys want to watch something weird,
Dad's like, that's all you do. What's wrong with you? And the kid does
the
seem
Spy
slightly
Kids is
autistic
about
from
human
it and
trafficking,
starts
clones,
mocking
mind
his
control,
sister.
genetic experiments.
The dad
and
is really
secret government
concerned about this
programming.
stuff and calls the creatures hideous when looking at one of Junie's drawings of the creature.
So
And
he
who
goes
knows
through
what
the
they're putting in this
entire
stuff?
movie
Save us.
and discusses
They're
all
literally
the
telling
mind
you about
control
real
stuff.
world subliminal messaging. So the show contains secret messages explaining that these creatures were all prisoners of the show, and all the children of the world just ate it up. The lady then tells them that Floop is going to do this to their parents, unless their father decides to help him develop his request. The agent is asking them, do you guys remember anything? Then Carmen says,
Anyways,
Bro, there is so many hidden messages in
Right?
movies. You remember the one that I played for y'all? I was in Florida still at the time. The Wizard of Oz was actually a entire movie about warning you about the Federal Reserve.
yep.
Everything had meaning.
Wicked was a little interesting. I went and watched that with my kids when I was back in Houston. Those of you that don't know, we're moving to Raleigh. You got to say it, Raleigh. It's
Raleigh.
can't. Yeah, it's not
Raleigh.
rally. I say it's rally, and then they
Raleigh.
no. They go the literally said it's like the Lady Gaga song. Raw, 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 raw. I'm like, what the?
Fuck her. I saw a video with her, and she was, I forget who she was being interviewed by. It was on one of the late night comedy. Oh, it was Stephen Colbert, and she was like, "Oh, as when I was coming up and making it big, all these people were calling me trans. I'm a guy. I was a guy." She flat out says it. She goes, "I didn't want to engage in a response." She never fucking denied it. She never denied it.
So there. I bet you there's. I mean, think about it. Obama, obviously, we all know about him, and we know about Michael. There's a lot of actors, I'm sure, and actresses, and high up politicians that are actual trans and have changed.
Oh yeah.
You know, that are
Oh yeah.
men that are actual women. Anyways.
Yeah,
So
it's like one of the videos I made months ago, and I used Chemical Brothers' "Setting Sun" song to it, and that song is about like the devil inside you. And it was I did the entire video about the whole trans thing, and about there was a trans actress, something Fox. And she came out and said, "You will not believe the amount of male celebrities in Hollywood that date trans women." Remember, back in the 90s, Eddie Murphy got busted with a trans prostitute. It got swept right under the carpet. There are so many. You wouldn't believe it. But again, remember, these secret societies, they do not allow biological women. If you are born a biological male and you are trans, number one, you're buying into it because Baphomet is male and female. Also, too, this whole pronouns thing. My pronouns are they, them. Stephen, you know the Bible better than I do. What do demons refer to themselves in the Bible?
They and them.
They and them.
They and them.
They're getting you sucked into what they're doing. The whole pandemic thing, wearing a mask, standing 6 feet apart. It's not that it was the bad guys doing it. It was the good guys showing you in their own way. You are partaking in a satanic ritual and you're letting it happen. Stop it. Yeah, Jonesy said it best. Call them deceivers, of course.
So you know what's amazing? That you literally rolled into this without me even like knowing it, and I had this bookmarked. Check this out.
Really?
When the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. Manly P. Hall. Luciferian binding ritual. This is a thread on ritual symbolism hidden in plain sight. Number 2, adrenochrome harvesting, the elite's fountain of youth. We got a 37-second. Can you hear that? Probably not.
No.
Why not? What is going on with my life here? It's not even rolling. It's not even rolling anymore, sir.
No, it is not. Bro, I mean, the adrenochrome rabbit hole is so fucking dark. That's the one. When I really started researching, I started researching Donald Trump. Again, many of you know, I've already said this before and I'll say it again, I'd never liked Trump. But then when I saw this relentless attack on him.
This is
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
a fact.
Sound.
We are all being controlled by an elite, wealthy, and privileged few. When Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire, was found guilty of sex trafficking, he was set to squeal on all the elites in Hollywood and in Washington who used his child sex services. But Epstein was found dead in his cell from, quote, suicide. Why do the elites want children from sex traffickers? Adrenochrome. It is harvested from children for a euphoric and life-enhancing benefit. This satanic cabal of Hollywood and political elites all need the adrenochrome to maintain their positions of power. And they will continue to do so until we stand up against them.
Hillary, Obama.
This is a fact.
All right.
Explain what it is.
Well, it's this
Oh,
way
yeah.
in which
Remember this
one forces
Yep.
through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these. Some of you, I think many of you know it. And it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen, and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sarah?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person. Far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. Explain what it is.
Well,
It's real quick.
We don't need to go into that part.
It's
That one's a long one.
funny. It's funny how Ellen acted like she didn't know.
There's your friend.
Then she forced her to say it. She forced her to say it, and then I know what you're talking about. It's it's foreskin from a Korean boy. It's again. It almost seems like if they could not get you on Epstein Island, they'll get you on Ellen's show, which she has Epstein Island literally in the background. Which,
the humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
Moving on.
They can.
So Mrs.
The guys dress up
Obama.
as females.
Oh, please call me Michelle.
Oh, look, that's Michael.
Okay, Michelle.
Kevin told you he wasn't going to wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay.
Anyways, we can share that thread. John, that thread is on the chat in the Great American Podcast Twitter. You can go ahead and share that in the chat there. If anybody wants to go through it, there's a lot in there. Monarch Butterfly, I'm pretty versed on that, obviously. Pizzagate, the Owl of Moloch, predictive programming, Baphomet symbolism, subconscious programming via Disney. It's one big cult, and you're not invited. Anything you want to watch, Jeff, just let me know. We can dig into it.
Oh, I want to show you something. Speaking of Kevin Hart.
Ooh, this one's fun. This one's fun just because the Diddy stuff. Ben?
I got a video for you that...
Is that a gang sign? Oh, like you don't know what it is.
We already went through that once, didn't we?
Yeah, and you know what? He was definitely forced to say it. But I got something for you. It's Kevin Hart. I never liked Kevin Hart. Now I know why. So check this out. And I never liked Jerry Seinfeld either. It all makes sense now. So check this out.
At the end of the dinner party, Seinfeld came walking out. He was like, "Nobody go anywhere. You guys are in for a treat. Tonight, we're going to have some brick oven pizza." Everybody went crazy in the party. What? Oh my God, brick oven pizza. What? One lady was like, "How many cheeses, Jerry?" Jerry was like, 7 different cheeses. 7 different cheeses. People went crazy. By the way, all these people were white. These are all fucking white people. They start.
And by the way, when they ask how many cheeses, they're asking how old the child was. Just so you know, reference.
Chanting, bop, 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 bop. The fuck is bop, man? Bop, bop, bop. What the fuck is bop? White woman leaned over the table. She was like, "It's short for brick oven pizza." I was like, "Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, okay, I get it." Seinfeld had some Italian men walk out. They had pizza-like garb on. They start passing out the pizza saying Italian shit. John. I don't know Italian. John. It just dawned on me, actually, as I told that joke. What I'm doing is racist right now. I apologize. John. People were eating the fucking pizza going crazy. "Oh my God, I taste the cheeses, Jerry. I taste the cheeses." They brought me my pizza. I took a bite. I couldn't fucking believe it. Best pizza I've ever had in my life. Best fucking pizza I've ever had. Had some type of lettuce on it. I've never tasted this shit. Took my white baby's got some type of lettuce on it. Took my white baby's got some type of lettuce on it. Wait till you taste the lettuce. This white woman, she leaned over again. She was like, "It's arugula." What? It's arugula. Oh, shit. I took another bite. I got caught up. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop. What an amazing night. It's a fucking amazing night, start to finish, man.
So yeah, and it's, if you go back to the beginning of the video, after the dinner party, they have pizza. So you're gonna have dinner after dinner. Bop, come on, that's not sure. It's like I fucking hate these people. I really do. Oh, ITP is up in here. What's up, ITP?
That's because they're fucking sick.
When we were watching Wreck-It Ralph 2, it was kind of right after. It was kind of right after I did the adrenochrome video that I did with the Tool video about A113. How Disney puts in a lot of their movies, and other movies put A113. It's the makeup for adrenochrome. And we were watching Wreck-It Ralph 2, and I said, "Watch, I bet you A113 is in this." Sure enough, there it was.
Actually, let me pull that up. I might be able to find that. One sec.
You can find a picture on Google. Steven, you better not be eating pizza. Oh, he couldn't hear me.
He can hear you. He's just close.
No, he just put his headphones on, so he did not hear me.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the other side of the screen.
I know. I'm still trying to.
I got like a million things going on right now.
Yeah, we know how you feel.
What up, ITP? Hope dealer in the
I'm looking for
building.
it. Well, now that Steven's back, give me a sec. I'll find it and I'll pull it up. Oh, he disappears on me.
No, there he is. See, for the people out there watching, we can still see him. You can't. Wave hi to the camera, Steven, even though they can't see you. Yeah, he waved. See, we can see him. But yeah, because it was when Penelope was walking through the hallway. There it is, right here. I got the picture.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I got it right here.
What are you guys looking for?
We were watching Wreck-It Ralph, and A113 popped up.
A113.
It's.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's in a lot of. It's in a lot. Yeah, it's in a lot of Disney movies. Shit, I have it on the wrong tab though, but pull it up here. It's all over, and they tell you that it was a dorm room at the college that a lot of these people went to.
Supposedly. It's 2 minutes of A113. We don't need to go through all 2 minutes of A113.
No.
So yeah, they say it's their dorm room that they were in, but it's really not.
No, that's what they're going to tell you. Of course they're going to lie about it. They have to put it out there in your face, but they're gonna lie about it. I mean, come on, we already know that. But real quick, where am I at here?
Can I add something? I just want to show you. I want to show
You
something.
want to add, sir?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Molecule of the Week archive, February 5th, 2024. I'm a biomolecule with some notoriety. What molecule am I? Look, it looks like a rabbit.
That's why they say follow the white rabbit. That right there is what they're
Follow the
talking
white
about.
rabbit.
Didn't they make a movie called Who Framed Roger Rabbit and he was a white rabbit?
Harmful if swallowed. Harmful if in contact with skin. Causes serious eye irritation. Harmful if inhaled. May cause respiratory inhalation.
Again, what are vampire movies about? All that is
Adrenochrome was
within
known
your
as
program.
long ago as 1856 when French neurologist Alfred Vulpian, who also discovered adrenaline, observed that adrenaline turns red when exposed to air. But it was not until 1937 that David Ezra Green and Derek Richter at the University of Cambridge named the compound and described its isolation and characterization.
When it's in children, when it oxidizes, it turns pink or orange.
It's an unstable. It says here that it is an unstable molecule with no practical uses. How? Oh wait, the structure. However, a stable is promotable. Adrenochrome was thought to cause schizophrenia, but the theory was eventually debunked. I watched this video about adrenochrome and schizophrenia. I forget where I saw it at. It was just a couple days ago, but it talked about all the like experiments and stuff that they were doing on the with adrenochrome. Oh look, it's been implicated in far-right conspiracy theories such as
Real quick.
There's no such thing as QAnon. You guys are freaking idiots. It has also been touted as a hallucinogen or youth drug in a July Forbes article.
Real quick, Lovelex is in the house. Hello, Lovelex.
What's up, Lex?
Long time no see. Good to see you,
sister.
So this is. Oh, I got the share screen. Hold on one second. This is Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Ooh.
There you go. There's A113 right there in Wreck-It Ralph 2. It's almost like I said, it's like when we were watching it, I told him, I said, I guarantee you A113 shows up in this fucking movie. And sure enough, it did. And you cut your video off during Fear, Loathing in Las Vegas. Now let's break that scene down, which we've broken down many times before. Number one, look at the color of the room they're in. Everything is pink. Right? Everything's pink. Who is Benicio del Toro on the phone with? Lucy. What is Lucy short for? Lucifer. And they say adrenochrome by fucking name.
Lucy
by name. Yeah. Look at the Beatles when they came. What was that influx of that kind of music in those bands like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles called? The British Invasion.
Where did I see that at? I saw it somewhere. I just don't remember where I saw it at. It was. I gotta find it now. I'm going down a hole.
Let's go look at the album cover.
No.
Oh, the Beatles album cover? Yeah, we went over that one before.
Something in my life that made no sense.
No, that look at John Lennon's Imagine song. The song is fucking about communism.
Oh, dude. So have any of you guys finished The Spectre of Communism? The one that Epoch Times did? No. I highly recommend that. It is an incredible.
No, like when I said I took a break from everything, I took a break from it. It sucked that I was in the hospital and had to watch the election. And the hospital I was in, I'm not going to get into it, but you know, some of the staff were black, and they were all fucking hating on Trump. The next day, after Trump won, this black nurse said, "I can't believe they put a racist back in the White House." I said, "It's funny how everybody calls him a racist, but they can never prove it." Oh, he called us monkeys. I said, "Oh, you heard him call you monkeys?" "Yeah, I saw the video where he called us monkeys." I said, "All right, well, show it." Couldn't do it. Because she knows that there's no video out there of Trump calling black people monkeys. Stop saying, "I saw it." All right, then prove it. You can't prove it. Yeah, there's no more blue states. There's just blue cities.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing how he's still only he I know people say it was a landslide. No, fucking Reagan in 84 was a landslide. 528 to 10. That's a fucking landslide. How did Reagan get that much and then Trump didn't twice?
Well, it's because it was rigged. It's always rigged. It's been rigged.
No, I know. No, but
Still
again,
rigged.
I still stand by what I've said.
It's a rigged election, man.
The whole 2020 election was nothing but a big show. It was a big distraction for us, but it was a show for the normies to show them how your system is rigged. It was a distraction. The whole thing was a distraction.
Yeah.
I still stand by that.
I'd just like to say, for the first time in over 100 years, there was one county in Texas that's always voted blue. Bordertown. And there's a video out now, if you find the interview, of the mayor and people in the town going, "Our country's fucked up. That's why we went red."
All right, so who's
almost
sharing
equally
this
important,
bitch?
maybe as important, is what we're doing to our children with this trans insanity. I mean, this is almost my single issue. We are chopping off the healthy body parts of young children without 100%. We are doing that.
Well, we are definitely doing that.
Without any inquisition
That's what it is. So
into
I don't know
what's
what
happening.
the oohing is about.
I don't either. Pay attention, because I'm about to give you a truth bomb. Kids who are suffering from bullying, or who have been sexually assaulted, or who are going through normal puberty and feel uncomfortable in their bodies, will say to their parents, "I'm not sure, maybe I'm gender confused." They will send them into a psychiatrist or psychologist who are told by our organizations, the American Psychiatry Association, and all the others that run their licensing, "You must affirm." Affirm is the only standard. And so the child gets told, "You're right, you are secretly a boy," or vice versa. And the child gets put on puberty blockers, into cross-sex hormones, which sterilize a child and deprive the child of any chance of sexual pleasure for the rest of his or her life. We're talking about 9, 10, 11-year-olds who cannot give informed consent. Then they have body parts chopped off by a medical establishment and by parents who mean well but believe in these doctors, and they shouldn't. And when they inevitably get past the awkwardness of puberty or what...
Yep.
Jonesy comes out with, "Was everybody really kung fu fighting?" I'm telling you, I love Jonesy. Let me tell you something. Fuck Megyn Kelly. I will never trust her ever. When she interviewed James Alefantis, the owner of Comet Ping Pong, she acted like he was a victim. Fuck her. I will never trust her. Sorry, that is my opinion. I will never trust that bitch. Excuse my language, but it is 9:32 Central Time, 10:32. I don't think there's any children watching. This is off the cuff, so we can.
10:32. Oh, it is 10:32.
But yeah, no. Fuck,
hey, let's do this.
Megyn
Let's
Kelly.
do this. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow, Jeff?
We are. If we wake up, well,
Good.
the range opens.
So you don't
at
have to
10,
work.
so we're-
Hey, so let's do this. Let's go a little. Are you okay going longer tonight?
I'm good. I don't give a fuck.
So we just need a 10-minute break. ITP asked to do something. I'm gonna find something real quick. And we're gonna like stream maybe 10 minutes of Epoch Times Spectre of Communism's first episode. How the specter of communism is ruling our world. Episode 1 is the introduction. It is, well, we're not going to stream the whole thing. It's 31 minutes long. A few minutes,
or we're not going to mirror it the way he put it.
Yeah, not the whole thing, but I'm going to put a little bit of it out there. So I'm gonna have it play in the background. I need about 10 minutes. I got to take Rex out. He's got to go potty. He's sitting here.
That's fine because I'm dying for a cigarette too.
So. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to have Epoch Times, The Spectre of Communism playing in the background for y'all. Other than that,
I'll stay here. I got it.
All right,
this is the talk amongst yourselves portion of the show.
And we'll be back, and we're gonna have a fun. How long do we feel like going tonight? Who knows? I got nothing going on tomorrow. I got no work on a Saturday. I'm single in raw. I'm not single. I'm by myself with a dog and a bird. Anyways, y'all, we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Oh, you're loving it right now too. Enjoy it while you can.
The specter of communism did not disappear with the disintegration of the Communist Party in Eastern Europe. The collapse of the communist regimes in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe marked the end of a half-century-long Cold War between the capitalist and communist camps in the East and West. Many were thus optimistic, holding the belief that communism had become a relic of the past. The sad truth, however, is that a stealthily transformed communist ideology has instead taken hold and entrenched itself around the world. There are the outright communist regimes like China, North Korea, Cuba, and Vietnam. There are the former Soviet Union and Eastern European countries, where communist ideology and customs still exert a significant influence. There are the African and South American countries, which attempt socialism under the banner of democracy and republicanism. And then there are the nations of Europe and North America, whose body politics have become hosts to communist influences without people even realizing it. Communism breeds war, famine, slaughter, and tyranny. These in themselves are terrifying enough, but the damage dealt by communism goes far beyond this. It has become increasingly clear to many that, unlike any other system in history, what communism declares war on is humanity itself, including human values and human dignity. Over the course of a century, communism established massive dictatorships in the Soviet Union and China. It caused more than 100 million unnatural deaths. It enslaved billions, and it brought the world to the brink of nuclear war and thus destruction. Yet more important is its deliberate and widespread destruction of the family, its instigation of social disorder, and its attack on morality, all of which are ruinous to the foundations of civilization. What, then, is the nature of communism? What is its objective? Why does it take mankind as its enemy? How can we escape it? 1. Communism is a devil bent on the destruction of humanity. The Communist Manifesto begins, quote, "A specter is haunting Europe, the specter of communism." The use of the term specter was not a whim of Karl Marx. The preface of this book argues that communism should not be understood as being an ideological movement, a political doctrine, or a failed attempt at a new way of ordering human affairs. Instead, it should be understood as being a devil, an evil specter forged by hate, degeneracy, and other elemental forces in the universe. The communist specter took the form of a serpent, then that of a red dragon, and it keeps company with Satan, who hates God, and exploits low-level beings and demons to wreak havoc on man. The goal of the specter is to ruin humanity, and while the divine offers salvation to humanity, communism tells man not to believe, attacks human morality so as to renounce tradition, and causes man not to heed God's instruction, and ultimately to be destroyed. Following the Cold War, the poison of communism not only continued to harm former communist countries, but also spread throughout the world. The ideological infiltration of communism has led the specter to influence human society on a global scale, and many people even think that the dark wishes of communism are their own. With this, people lose their ability to judge right from wrong, to differentiate good from evil. This, a devil's conspiracy, was almost carried out. Thus, even as the specter congratulated itself, delighted with its sinister victory, most people thought that it had been destroyed. There's nothing more dangerous than mankind being on the verge of destruction, yet ignorantly celebrating its triumph. 2. The Devil's Ways and Means. Man was created by God, and the compassion of gods has long protected man. This the devil knew, and so it set about severing this connection to corrupt man so that gods would no longer take care of him. The devil's approach has been to subvert the culture given to mankind by gods, corrupt human morality, and thus warp man and make him unworthy of salvation. The turbulence of Europe, beginning in the 18th century, and the attendant moral decline gave the devil an opportunity. It set about subverting, step by step, the criteria of discernment between good and evil. It promoted atheism, materialism, Darwinism, and the philosophy of struggle. The devil chose Marx as its envoy among men. Marx's Communist Manifesto of 1848 advocated the violent destruction of private enterprise, social classes, nations, religions, and the family. The Paris Commune of 1871 was its first attempt at seizing power. His followers argue that political power is the central question of Marxian political science. This is both true and not true. Being clear about the ultimate aims of communism means we can recognize that political power is both important and unimportant to the communist project. It is important in that access to political power allows a rapid means of the widespread corruption of humanity. With the levers of power, communists can promote their ideology with violence and eradicate a traditional culture in mere decades or years. Yet it is also unimportant in that even without the apparatus of the state, the devil has other means of exploiting the weaknesses and shortcomings of man. To deceive, co-opt, coerce, confuse, and so overturn traditional thought, subvert order, create upheaval, and to divide and conquer with the objective of gaining global control. 3. Communism is the ideology of the devil. At the core of the evil specter is atheism and materialism, a confluence of elements from German philosophy, French social revolution, and British political economy assembled as a secular religion meant to replace the position previously occupied by God and orthodox beliefs. Communism turns the world into its church, bringing all aspects of social life under its purview. The devil chose Marx and others as its agents to oppose and destroy the principles laid down by God for human society. It promotes class struggle and the abolition of established social structures. In the East, it launched a violent revolution and established a totalitarian state that united politics and secular religion. In the West, it undertakes progressive, nonviolent communism through high levels of taxation and wealth redistribution. On a worldwide scale, it seeks to spread communist ideology to political systems everywhere, with the goal of undermining nation-states and establishing a global ruling body. This is the, quote, paradise on earth promised in communism, a supposed collective society without class, nations, or government, based on the principles of, quote, from each according to his ability and to each according to his need. In the Communist Manifesto, Marx proclaimed, quote, the communist revolution is the most radical rupture with traditional property relations. No wonder that its development involves the most radical rupture with traditional ideas. Thus, Marx himself accurately summarized the practice of communism over nearly the past 2 centuries. God is the source of moral order, and God's morality is eternal and unchanging. Moral standards should never be determined by man, nor can they be changed by man's power. Communism tries to sentence morality to death, and to have the communist new man establish a new morality. Yet, while it denies real morality, communism uses negative methods to expel from human tradition all its positive factors, with the goal of having negative factors occupy the world. Traditional laws come from morality and are intended to uphold morality. Communism tries to separate morality from the law, then destroys morality by concocting bad laws and maliciously interpreting traditional ones. God calls on man to be kind. Communism agitates class struggle and advocates violence and killing. God established the family as a basic social unit. Communism believes that the family is a manifestation of the private capitalist system and threatens to eliminate it. God gives man the freedom to obtain wealth and the right to life. Communism seeks to eliminate private property, expropriate assets, raise taxes, monopolize credit and capital, and completely control economic life. God established the form that morality, government, law, society, and culture should take. Communism seeks the, quote, violent overthrow of the whole existing social structure. God transmitted to man the unique form of traditional art as a means of passing on his image. Traditional art recalls to mankind the beauty of heaven, reinforces faith in God, elevates morality, and nurtures virtue. Communism, on the other hand, would have man worship warped modern creations, artistic productions that stifle our divine nature, give full rein to the demonic impulse toward chaos and disorder, and manipulate the art world by spreading base, ugly, malformed, evil, and decadent ideas. God wants man to be humble and full of reverence and wonder at divine creation. Communism connives at the demonic and arrogance in man, encouraging him to revolt against God by amplifying the evil inherent and inescapable in human nature. It exploits the idea of freedom to encourage conduct unrestrained by morality and unfettered by a sense of duty or burden. The slogan of equality is used to stir up envy and vanity as man is tempted by fame and material interests. 4. A metaphysical understanding of the devil. The idea of the devil being referred to in this text is that of a supernatural power. Understanding the type of thing that is the specter of communism is one of the keys to understanding the chaos the devil has sown in the world. Simply put, the specter of communism is composed of hate. It draws its energy from the hatred that wells up in the human heart. The communist specter is tied to Satan. Sometimes the two are indistinguishable, thus we will not make an effort to consider them separately. The devil's arrangements are present in both the East and the West, in every profession and in every walk of life. Sometimes its power is divided, sometimes integrated. Sometimes it uses this tactic, sometimes that. It follows no simple pattern. The devil is the initiator of an unrestricted war on mankind that has turned religion, the family, politics, the economy, finance, military affairs, education, the academy, the arts, the media, entertainment, popular culture, social affairs, and international relations, all into battlefields. The dark energy of the devil can spread from one sphere, group, or movement to another. After the anti-Vietnam War movement faded in the West in the 1970s, for instance, the devil manipulated rebellious adolescents to channel their energies into agitating for feminism, environmentalism, and the legalization of homosexuality. The devil's other efforts were used to subvert Western civilization from within. The devil can turn people with no good intent into its agents in the human world, using hypocrisy to deceive compassionate and innocent people who then become its apologists. The devil's agents, most of whom do not even realize their role, are everywhere in society, from the elite to the middle class to the lower classes. Thus, its activities manifest sometimes as bottom-up revolutions, sometimes as top-down conspiracies, sometimes as reforms from the center. The devil can change forms and exist in multiple places at once. It uses lowly beings and specters in other dimensions to do its work. Pornography and drug addiction are tools used by the devil, and as long as a person's thought aligns with these qualities, the devil can control that person. Many times people think they are acting according to their own thoughts, but they've failed to realize they're being manipulated. 5. The devil's many faces. Just as the devil goes by many names, communism manifests in many ways.
You want to see something fucked up? Steven, you're muted.
Wait, I just did it.
There we go.
Hold on, I just did it.
Did what?
Whoa, something fucked up. You want to see it again? You want to see it again? Hold on.
What?
Boom! I just did it again.
You want to see something fucked up? Check. So check this out. Let me...
Oh yeah.
So check that out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got to stop sharing that one. But like, where are we? Let me share this one too. But yeah, Statue of Liberty, Saul, son. The Statue of Liberty is fucking Lucifer.
So Choo stopped in.
Yeah, I said hi to her. She didn't say hi back. She said hi to you, but that's fine. That's fine.
Did she go? Is she gone?
Nah, she's probably still here.
Huh.
But where was the...
So what do you think of that specter of communism? Like,
so
they say
you
that.
can see that. So you can see that, right?
Oh yeah.
Painting of Lucifer, Statue of Liberty. Come on, it's no fucking accident. They knew what they were doing.
You don't say. You know, symbolism will be their downfall. Everything is about symbolism.
Well, here's another one real quick too, and
if you don't know how to read the symbolism, then you're not going to know how to decipher what their plan is to conquer the world. I mean, that's what it's always been about. The New World Order.
So this is the Capitol. This is Congress with the two fascist symbols, and it's a symbol for fascism in our nation's Capitol building. Let me tell you, when all is said and done, Washington is done. When everything finally comes to light. Oh, hello, Choo Choo. She said hi. She's still here. So you want to?
You know what I miss? Breakfast tacos. I miss breakfast tacos.
Me and John had breakfast tacos from, where was the name of that place?
It was
the one in 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
The one in 7-Eleven, Taco Corner, maybe?
Oh, Laredo?
No, Taco Corner right next to Exxon.
No, so if you go into Old Humble, there's a taco place in Old Humble, off of Old Humble Road. You get off by where the mall is, and you take a left, and you go on that back road, and it's like on the right-hand side there. Anyways, dude, they have beef tongue there that is so freaking good.
So, Steven, I don't know if you've seen this.
Corazon.
I don't know if you've seen this chick. She's based as fuck. I put her in one of my latest videos. Check this chick out. And let me tell you something. For just a part-time nurse, I've seen some of her video. I'm not on TikTok, but you still like see her videos. She knows the Constitution. She knows the law in and out. This isn't one of them. This is one that she pinned, but you check this chick out. Hold on, let me share it. Some people here have seen it because if they saw my video, but check this chick out.
This message is for the elites and the powers that be. On November 5th, you were sent a resounding message. And that message was very simple. You don't get to wage a culture war against the majority of Americans. You don't get to choke us nearly to death with inflation. You don't get to threaten parents in this country and use our children as pawns. You don't get to stack the deck in your favor using legislation. You don't get to flood our country with fucking illegal immigrants. And you don't get to use our military to fight your fucking rich man's wars. You don't get to force us to choose between an experimental vaccine and keeping our job. You don't get to choose what is information and what is misinformation. And you don't get to choose whether or not you want to follow the Constitution of the United States of America. When we said we are taking our fucking country back, we meant it. So for any of you who are planning some fuckery between now and January, I'd be really careful, because that tree of liberty is looking thirsty.
Oh, I love it. Like I said, I've seen some of her other videos. She knows the law. She knows the Constitution. She is very good. I like her. It's so good to see this younger generation waking up.
My life.
Speaking of what you were speaking on, Kash Patel just did a recent interview and he kind of mentioned something like that about shaking the tree with the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah, I
know
saw part of it.
we know that needs to get done.
Oh, another thing that was kind of big news lately. Didn't the CEO of United Healthcare get shot?
Yep.
What's that all about?
He
What's
got
that all about?
executed, and apparently
Yeah.
the bullet had like words on it that were
Message.
like
Yep.
anti health insurance stuff. Yeah, there's something deeper there. I haven't been able to dig into it yet, but there's definitely something there. Oh, here we go.
It's just,
Hold on.
it's again,
My life
it's like
it's horrible.
This movie has taken so many twists and turns.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to tell what the fuck is real and what is not. It's
Right.
so hard to tell.
The least I'm entitled to is presidential immunity, just like any other president would get. I'd be the only one that they would even consider not giving me immunity, because for whatever reason, people are angry that I've done such a good job, and I've replaced people that were corrupt, that were supposed to be president. The least I'm entitled.
And I've replaced people that were corrupt that were supposed to be. What did he say?
Yep.
President.
Now,
what does that mean?
Now, real quick too, going back to 2020, right before he
I'll be
left.
back. You talk, I'll be back.
John, come on in.
What's up?
So in 2020, right before Trump left office, who are two people that he fired? Madeleine Albright and Henry Kissinger. Now, why would you do that if you were leaving? Because you're not leaving. If you watch one of his speeches, it's in the beginning of Purvey Wood 5. He said he allocated so much funds for his 2020 budget or 2021 budget. Why would you have a 2021 budget if you're only president for 20 days in that year?
Right. So that means he was still president.
So this is my speculation, because if you remember, Stephen, who was listed on Google as president of the United States for one day?
Richard Grenell, right?
Yep.
Richard Grenell.
I think that's when Trump transferred power to the military, so they needed an interim president at the time for one day. Trump stepped down as president, steps up as commander-in-chief. So technically,
he replaced.
So technically, who would be the 47th president? Because if Richard Grenell was president for one day, that would make him 46.
Biden.
No, military. The military would be president. Remember, the military is separate from government. The military was there first. The military is above government. Military is
Go on to
above
Brave
the
real quick.
government.
Hold on. Brave. Let's
So-
do a little search. I'm searching for Law of War Manual 11.3.
What year was the U.S. Army and the Marines established?
It was before 1776.
Can I share my Google?
1725.
A browse.
So I have a screenshot somewhere of the Law of War Manual, the chapters. I have it somewhere. I'm not going to go look for it, but I do have it. But now, so again, we don't know all the rules and all that. So if Trump is technically in his third term, from what I've researched, he would only get 2 years. When I was in the hospital, the very next day after the election, Chris Christie said flat out, he goes, Trump has 2 years to get things done, and then we move on to the next phase. Chris Christie just said it right there. Trump has 2 years, and then you move on. That means it's his third term. You can't take things at face value. You have to read into them.
All right, so this is updated July 31st of 2023. We are going to go to chapter
Now this,
11,
but when was it? When
which
was it
is
originally
military.
written? When was it originally written? 2015.
Yep. June 2015. All right, so we're going to go to chapter 11, which is military occupation. 11.3,
yeah.
which is end of occupation. The status of belligerent occupation ends when the conditions for its application are no longer met. Certain GC obligations with respect to occupied territory continue for the duration of the occupation after the general close of military operations. Ceases when conditions for its application are no longer met, discussed below as belligerent. Ceases when the invader no longer factually governs the occupied territory or when a hostile relationship no longer exists between the state of the occupied territory and the occupying power. Belligerent occupation ends when the occupying power no longer has effectively placed the occupied territory under its control. For example, an uprising by the local population may prevent occupying power from actually enforcing its authority over occupied territory. So, what happened during the election?
What happened there? The coup?
We had an uprising by this election. We had an uprising by the local population, which prevented the occupying power from actually enforcing its authority over the territory. That's what happened in 2024. That's what happened during the election. There was an overwhelming, and they didn't have enough cheating set up to do it. You know that. So think about this. There was such a huge disparity in votes between 2020 and 2024. But if you look at
how was there 20 million less?
Well, because there was 20 million more in 2020 from 2016.
Well, we know we know why.
So if you take 2016 and 2012 and the trends, I don't know if we went over that before on there, but
how many votes? How many? We'll round up. How many votes did Biden get? 81 million. How many votes did Trump get? 74 million. That's 155 million. In 2020, there was 133 million registered voters. How do you have 22 million extra votes?
Oh, come on, man! Don't do the math. Come on, you're gonna.
I know math. Why do you think
math is racist, dude? Math is racist.
Why do you think they said they got ahead of the curve by saying math is racist? Math is racist. They got ahead of the curve. What did Brian Stelter from CNN say? Don't do your own research. It's dangerous. They tried to get ahead of the curve. I mean, we've been watching this movie longer because I went back and even before 2016 with Hillary, when she was campaigning, she was on stage with her daughter. There's a big United States flag on the left of her. All those stars were upside down, every single one of them. There is a picture of her with Bill Clinton next to a flag where all of the stars are upside down. They're sending you a message.
We had that one.
Yeah, it's just like I'm trying to wake people up slowly to Hollywood, and this is how I do it. Do you know what a pentagram is? Yeah, it's a mark. It's a symbol of the devil. Okay, so what do they call celebrities? They call celebrities stars. Okay, what's the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Oh, it's where all the celebrities have their stars with their name on. Okay, now when you walk down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, what do you see? You see a bunch of stars with their names on it. Turn around and walk the other way. What do you see? It's no fucking accident. It's all on purpose. Why do a lot of these Hollywood couples always adopt children? Because the women are fucking men. That's why. Brad and Angelina Jolie, how many kids did they adopt? And from other countries, Madonna, she adopted. I saw a documentary on all that. It will turn your fucking stomach, bro. How she stole these children and the government could not do anything. That's because she promised to bring the kids back to the parents and she never did. She fought their gut. Why are you going to fight like that. It is. Why do you think they're pushing all this trans shit on you? They're not. Again, it's all done by the white hats to sit there and show you what is going on. What does Q say? You cannot tell the public, you must show them. Look at Cameron Diaz. That's a fucking guy.
Dude, don't go there. You just ruined my life.
Oh, don't even tell. The only movie she actually looked good in was The Mask. Anything after that was like.
Did you ever watch her in Vanilla Sky?
Bro, I seen that movie once when it first came out. It was so weird. Plus Tom Cruise in it. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I know Tom Cruise is your guy, but no.
Trying to find something. Standard Hotel. What happened at the Standard Hotel?
Oh, fucking Adam Schiff.
So apparently he cast his last vote in Congress. He is no longer, or with the House of Representatives, he is no longer a Congress person.
Yeah, and did you see Chuck Schumer got reelected? There's no way. There's no way.
Well, you know what happens.
Well, no, we know. I mean, again, it's not true. It's just, again.
I was trying to find something about.
So are all the guys?
Oh, it's right here. It's right here. I found it.
So Choo Choo wants to know. So are all the guys girls then? I'm gonna go find The Shills Have Lies and play that Ralph Macchio video.
Hey now, don't do the Macchio. Come on, man. We're not doing Macchio. We went over this. We don't do Macchio. You can do anybody else. You can do Tom Cruise all day long, dude. Just no.
But here's the thing. Nobody would have known unless you said something. Nobody would have known. Am I right?
All right. So check this out. All right. So we have 76 million and 74 million. That equals 150 million.
Yeah.
All right. So we're
more people. Well, you figure 4 years later, a lot more people registered.
5 million short, right? In what other industrial nation does votes continue to get added 18 days after the election was held? Y'all are really stupid for thinking that is normal. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. There's something I was looking for in here for you guys. Oh, remember when John Thune said Donald Trump should withdraw, Mike Pence should be our nominee effective immediately? Isn't he
yeah, because
didn't they elect him as the congressional whatever? Oh, this is what I was looking for right here. Okay. Make it make sense. Right? So we had in 2020 total votes cast 158 million total votes cast. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
In 2016, we had 136 million votes cast. 2012, 129 million votes cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
2008, 131 million. See, this is weird. 04, 122. That's where it gets weird. It goes from 122, it goes up 9 million from 04 to 08. Who got elected in 08?
Obama. Well, selected.
We have put together the most
inclusive and extensive voter fraud system in American history.
It was this guy that started it. He did the first one. That's why you had such an increase, 9 million. Well, in 04, there was a massive increase too, though. That was a Bush era thing. Anyways, so, and then all of a sudden we go to, this was election. This was November 10th. Look, as of November 10th, we had 69 million and 73 million. All of a sudden they added, who knows how many million more after the 10th of November, and the election was held on the 5th. but make that make sense, right? How does that make sense? 81 million votes right here. So you're telling me that 81 million votes, that Biden got 81 million votes right there?
And again, didn't she lose all the bellwether counties too?
Yep.
Yes, she did.
And didn't he lose all the bellwether counties?
Yep. Trump,
Weird.
what was it? What was it? 16 of them, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
Trump won
lost
every
all
one
of
of them on all three elections.
Yep.
So weird.
And then it's funny because in 2020, I pointed that out on a YouTube video, and everybody was like, "Oh, well, haven't you heard of a city?" I'm like, "Yeah, a city is something you liberals burn down when something doesn't go your way," and they all shut up. It's like, yeah.
Yep,
All right,
Choo-Choo's
fine.
right on. Hollywood is just a distraction, so we won't notice our leaders are pedos too. Yeah, so I think all of our leaders came from Hollywood too. A majority of them, they went through that. That's why a lot of them have the IDMB login pages and stuff. And they're all central casting. Remember, a lot of central casting out there. A lot of people that have been programmed. There's still a lot of underground programming stuff going on when it comes to the CIA Project Monarch. Is still in continuance, even though they dissolved that. There was another one that was called Bluebird that they replaced Mockingbird with, and there was a couple more too that were still going on. But think about it. They just did a serious mass population programming. And it was in 2020, and it happened. The masses were programmed by the media, by hysteria, by the masses, right? There's this thing that's called mass population, or it's called mass psychosis, where you follow the masses.
Oh, Yuri Bezmenov talked about that.
Yeah, and so they create a move. They create a psychological movement to move people in a direction that they want to, and it happened in 2020. It was massive. It was huge. Obviously, those of you that didn't see it, or still don't see it, will probably never see it because it was right in front of your eyes. 1 mask, 2 masks, no masks, 100 masks, 365 masks. Yeah.
Here's another thing about the liberals. What's the one thing that liberals always stand out against? Cultural appropriation. Oh, well, white people can't wear blackface. White people can't wear braids. By the way, weren't braids founded by the Nordics fucking centuries ago? The braids are a white people thing. The black people are the ones that adopted that as theirs. It started anyway, not the point. Liberals are always against cultural appropriation. Now, all of a sudden, the South Korean women rise up with this 4B movement to show that they're going to swear off of men. What do all the white liberal women do? Oh, well, we're going to adopt that too. We're going to start doing it. Oh, so now you're okay with cultural appropriation. I thought that was a South Korean thing. We have a liberal trick right in our development. Trust me. I don't even looking at her, looking at the color of her hair. We already knew that she was a liberal. Once that 4B movement started, she shaved her head, and it's just like, oh, I thought you were all against this. It's amazing how hypocritical they are.
I'm gonna go off tangent for a second. I want to just talk about me for a minute, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about me and my landlord. So, guys, November 12th, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I had to go to court. I got served. Well, actually, I didn't get served. My 18-year-old son got served. A sheriff's office deputy showed up to the house and served him because he was an adult that was at the house with an eviction notice from our landlord. We sold our house to downsize for the job that I took, and I've been taking this new job and traveling and all this stuff. So anyways, after that, I went to court on November 12th because he took repair bills such as hot water heaters, dishwashers, and decided to apply that towards, took my rent payment and applied my rent payment towards those repairs that obviously were not my responsibility because a hot water heater that's 14 years old that goes out is not a renter's responsibility. That's why you rent. So the guy took it all the way up to court, ended up going to court and he ended up losing the eviction. Our lease was up November 30th anyways. So long story short, this guy, he has 2 judgments, one in Virginia, one in New York, both totaling approximately $230,000. He's filed bankruptcy 3 times. He had 4 houses that he put into the bankruptcy that we just happened to be involved in. He filed bankruptcy during the time that we were in a rental of his. This guy's a crook. So everybody, if you look, Christopher Dietz is his name. Just know that that guy's a freaking crook. And I want to say that out loud, and I want to say that personally. I don't know why everybody else shut off, Jeff. But that guy's a piece of shit. Fuck you, Christopher Dietz, you piece of shit. Anyways, that's it.
Bro, I didn't have to see you. I heard you. I had my earphones on still. No, I had to go get something out of the kitchen.
Oh, you're good, man. Anyways, I'm done with that.
And I think John's taking a shit. It is Friday, and Smokey was taking a shit, so we'll go on.
Friday. I was debating on going to work tomorrow or not, but I got a lot to do. I'm gonna go look at a couple places out here for the family to come up to. She sent me a few places to look at, so we'll do that. It's cold up here, dude. 23 feels like 23 degrees. 26 degrees feels like 23, and it's no joke.
In North Carolina too, you wouldn't expect that.
It's according to Google or weather, iPhone weather. It's 13 degrees below average right now.
Yeah,
it's a dark, cold winter.
Oh, where have you heard that before?
All right, I'm gonna show something. Oh, this is just being stupid. Check that baby out right there. I think that would look good on a shirt. What do you think?
I think so too.
I think we should figure out how to get that on a shirt. Put it on like the back.
I still have a picture somewhere, so.
Yeah, I like that. The duck. I gotta find this Trump duck. No idea where that Trump duck is. I gotta find it.
I'm sure you can find it online somewhere.
I was looking up something. Do you remember what it was?
I forget. Oh,
we have Hope Dealer. Oh yeah, he's a slumlord, Choo Choo. The guy was a piece of crap, slumlord for sure. We've been going through it the whole time. Hot water heaters went out, and I was in where was I? I want to say I was in North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. My wife was in Texas, and the hot water heaters in Texas are in the attic space. So they were in the third level attic space, and all of a sudden this water just starts pouring down into the game room, and I'm not there, and my wife and my son's recording it, and he's like, I don't know what to do, Dad. So he goes and shuts the water off to the house, the main water off. They don't have water for 4 days. Like this guy's such a piece of crap. It takes him 4 days to replace the hot water heaters. I had to put my wife in a hotel. And then he tries to come after me and he tries to freaking evict me, dude. What a piece of crap, man. Seriously. You know what was funny? So at court, when I won the case, I was standing in front of the judge and I let the guy know that, hey, I'd have your house cleaned up by the end of the lease. And then as I'm walking out of the courthouse, the guy looks over to me and he goes, you're a piece of shit. And I'm like, and I said, yeah, and he's lucky we're in a courthouse, but I said, you know what? I said, hey, no problem, Mr. Dietz. Have a wonderful day, sir. You take care. And I left. Cordial as shit. And I bet you that irked the hell out of the guy. He was such a piece of crap. So anyways, I got some things that I got to go after him now for. Retaliation and, slander because I couldn't get rental houses because he said I was in the middle of an eviction process as my previous landlord. So yeah, there's more to come from that one. So anyways, that's it. I'm done. My rant is over. It's Friday night. We could talk about what we want to talk about, right, Jeff?
So I wanted to point something out too, because while we were idle for a little bit, I came across this. And I was like, oh, next time we talk, I want to talk about this. And we didn't get a chance. I didn't think about it. And I was like, you know what? So Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who is their vocalist? Anthony Kiedis. He is allegedly on Epstein's list. The song Californication came out when? 1999. Look at the first 2 verses of this song. And there's more in it too, but the first 2, it just stands out like a sore thumb. Can you see it? Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and little girls from Sweden dream of silver screen quotations. Where? Hold on one second. Get that out of there. Where is Greta Thunberg from?
Sweden.
Right. Now, when was she born? After 1999. Because she just turned 18, what, like two years ago?
Interesting.
And then it says something about Hollywood is made in the Hollywood basement, and what's the other one? And Alderon's not far away. It's California. What is Alderon? It's a dystopian society.
Dystopian society. Yeah.
Just like Star Trek. Star Trek is dystopian. Star Trek is a prime example of MK Ultra and predictor programming. The whole series. You don't think about it, but when you start to wake up and you start to remember shit, again, look at Star Wars. It's dystopian, isn't it?
I'm trying to find Californication. I had something about that.
And again, I was never a big Chili Peppers fan. It's amazing how some of the really big asshole, like Johnny Depp, I never liked him. Never liked him. I'm trying to think of other things I wanted to bring up too.
I don't remember where it was. Yeah, because Californication, I had something with it.
But it's just, again, the first 2 verses of that song, China and Sweden, in 1999. I don't doubt that they were trying to warn us at one point, but people get compromised.
Did you watch this?
John?
Sorry, Dad.
Don't touch her.
John, can I get a
Hey,
picture?
John, you were the.
Can I get in? Oh, yeah. Ready?
John, you were one of the only to speak out against this Diddy thing. What's your take now?
Can I get one?
John, you made a statement about Diddy. What? John did speak out.
Chrissy, can I get one?
Can you get a photo with you?
Chrissy, one more before
John,
you go.
any reaction to Diddy?
Sorry.
Okay, I got Christy, but not John.
He actually made a statement after the raid about how shocking it was. He's one of the few who's actually made a statement about Diddy, to be honest. And I was trying to get...
So we all know what they were part of, right?
Yeah, look at
Chrissy Teigen.
Look at all her tweets about children. It's disgusting.
Children and pizza and kids in tutus and tiaras and all that.
What is it about little girls doing splits that makes me want to put myself in jail or something shit like that? It's like, you can find them. Look at Johnny Depp's tweets about pizza. You know, and it's like you look at some of the responses, it's like, oh, Johnny Depp is my spirit animal. Yeah, wait until you find out about what pizza really means. But then it's like you see the people trying to discount it. And it's like, this is the reason why Satan got to get as far along as he could, is because you turn a blind eye to it and let him do it. We only have ourselves to blame. Like, again, going back to earlier when we talked about the Haktua girl, about now she's going to be going to prison. Why do we give these people... All she did was say, Haktua spit on that thing, and yet she's making more money than fucking me, you, and John combined. Busting our ass. we give them a platform because this is what society's turned into.
Yeah.
And we let it happen.
What do you think
We
about
let
that,
it
John?
happen.
What do you think about that, John?
Oh no, Jeff was saying I was gonna let Jeff finish.
I was asking you what you were thinking about it. I don't know, but what do you think about that?
Gen Z's a fucked up generation.
Okay, cool. Gen Z's a fucked up generation. Although, you know what they're saying? They're saying that a majority of Gen Z voted for Trump.
They did,
right?
Because it's really sad because, like I've said it before, and I'll say it again, we were all indoctrinated. Who founded the public education system? John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller.
It was a guy named John Dewey and another guy named Horace Mann. They went to an area called Prussia. Guess where Prussia is? Guess where Prussia was? East Germany. Prussia was,
but also John D. Rockefeller also founded it too.
He founded the American Doctor Society and Dentists, the ADA, and he was the one that created all the pharmaceutical stuff and made it tie into oil and gas. That's why all the pharmaceuticals take petroleum in them. There's a certain amount of petroleum in pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, and they all give you side effects too. So they can sell you something for that. It's all a fucking game.
So what is... Ooh, what are you showing me?
I'm showing you old Germany, but there's West Prussia, East Prussia, the Russian Empire, and here's the German Empire.
So Horace Mann and John Dewey, they went over there with like 13 other people, and they ended up seeing that the society in Prussia was very obedient to the government, and they asked the King of Prussia why, and it was because of the education system they had made them obedient, and that was the education system that we adopted in the United States. But let's talk.
And real quick, if Lovelex is here, where is the town of King of Prussia located? It's located in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. My ninja's up in the house.
All right, so check this out. So let's talk about propaganda, right? So what is propaganda in front of our face? Do you remember this?
This fucking guy. Oh my god.
Check this out.
Is it the vaccine one?
Shout out to our favorite MD, Anthony Fauci.
Look at my head.
So Ariana Grande was in Wicked, I think.
Hug your family. It's time to hug your family. Feeling so relieved. No lockdowns, we're free.
Now they're talking about how the vaccine came out of the Wuhan lab. Or not the vaccine, the whatever, C-19.
But they were baiting you too. They were baiting you. Oh, if you want lockdowns to end, you got to get the vaccine.
Where is it at here? Latest news. Let's just look up CNN's latest news. What does it say? Coronavirus latest news on C19 CNN. Long COVID is associated with significantly increased risk of death, heart, and lung problems, study finds. 16 million households lose COVID-era boosts to food aid. What the hell does that mean? Like, what is this? What went right and wrong? Oh, look, home tests.
Funny thing about that, I was literally just talking to Jeff about that have we got mail from the post office talking about get our in-home test for COVID.
So real quick, Choo Choo says, I would imagine they won't be singing Dancing at the Nuremberg trials, but I will be. We all will be.
Yes, we will. In final White House briefing, Fauci says he hopes he is remembered for giving it everything that I have. Dude, I'm putting together a Fauci video right now. that I've been working on. And
Where is Jonesy had to go there. Read her comment. She had to go there.
Oh,
we don't even want to.
the
We
Beagles.
don't even want to.
Why the Beagles?
Wait until the public finds out about that. That's why when everything comes out, what does Q say? They won't be able to walk the streets again. That's why they have to be protected. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, everything is a coded message. When these celebrities say, I'm leaving the country, where's Gitmo? It's in another country. I still, me and John, I think we're talking about it the other day when Ellen, this is years ago, when Ellen came out and she's outside talking. I did a video on this. I'm like, when you listen to her, she's outside talking, you can hear that weird echo. It's a green screen. She is in a fucking prison cell doing her little speech, and it's not an apology. It's a confession. You have to read between. You have to listen to the whole thing. But when you listen to it, you have to have earphones on because you can hear that weird echo. Because when I was talking about it, I started talking outside, and then I walked in and went into my bathroom. My bathroom out in Portland was small, and you could hear the difference from being outside to being inside. It was a green screen. Again, she wasn't apologizing. She was confessing. She was in a prison cell. It's all, again, don't take everything at face value, especially that.
I think it's time to take a little bit of a 29-second break.
We have to also make sure that within our own country, we are calling out those people who are giving aid and comfort to Vladimir Putin, who are talking about what a genius he is, what a smart move it is, who are unfortunately being broadcast by Russian media, not only inside Russia, but in Europe to demonstrate the division within our own country.
Didn't she sell uranium to Uranium One to Russia?
Yep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because that was all a big trap, and they walked right into it. They walked right into it. I'm trying to find the one where she's talking about how we need George Soros in this country. You remember that speech when she was saying, she literally said, we need George Soros in this country. Are you fucking? This guy is banned in 7 countries. One of them is his own. That should tell you something.
George Soros. Well, while you're looking for that, we can play this.
Jr., he was declared the front-runner for the New York Senate seat back in 1999. Days later, his plane crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, and his rival, Hillary Clinton, was elected senator. Mary Mahoney was a Clinton White House intern. She knew enough of the inner workings of Bill's sexual advancements to be a star witness during the Clinton impeachment trials. She was brutally executed at a Starbucks she was managing in 1997. In 1993, White House counsel Vince Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park near D.C. He supposedly killed himself, and among a lengthy list of potential foul play, the bullet was never found.
Then there's James McDougal, a key witness for White House prosecutors. He was serving his 3-year sentence for bank fraud at the Fort Worth Federal Medical Center in Texas. And just before he was to give a
All right. How many people did Clinton? How many got Clinton cited?
I think, what is it, 47? 47 or something like that? And I brought this up before. You remember back in the 90s, that plane flying out of JFK or LaGuardia, it was flying out of New York or something like that, that just blew up in midair out of nowhere. When I worked at Midas, one of our regular customers, he was a former FBI agent, and he told my boss, he goes, there were 2 guys on that flight that had dirt on the Clintons. And it just was, and it's probably scrubbed now. You probably can't find it anymore, but when people first started talking about it, the first thing people said, "Oh, I didn't see it get shot down." Why would you feel the need to say that? Because people were saying at first that they saw something go up towards it, like this beam of light or some shit, and then next thing it blows up. And then now people are saying, "Oh, I didn't see it get shot down." Why would you feel the need to say that? It's amazing the amount of people they'll kill to cover their shit.
So I was watching that Spectre of Communism, and they were talking about how like the Chinese killed over 100 million people. The Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, because it was Mao or whatever.
Imagine 100 million.
And right before all these people get killed by the millions, what does the government do? They take their guns.
That's what they try to do us. Obama was supposed to take our guns.
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret, 36 of those chains secret, and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was permitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, not even Gmail.
Well, first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary.
Nothing was marked classified.
There is evidence.
Nothing was marked classified.
Now let me tell you what we found. 110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains.
It was a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret.
Was it the best choice?
6 of those chains secret.
It was a mistake.
8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
With respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual.
What difference does it make, man?
It
don't matter. It don't matter.
And it doesn't matter because that was all a dog and pony show to make it look like the fucking Republicans were doing something when they weren't, because the Republicans are in on it too. They're all fucking in on it. Not all of them. There are good guys in government. Don't get me wrong. They're good people trapped in a really bad system.
It don't
You want to see a good Hillary video?
Let's go. We're off the cuff tonight, brother. That's why we're just randomly
It's a YouTube short. It's a YouTube short, but the ending, I always like Zach Galifianakis, but this is fucking epic. So check this out.
What's going to be the number one focus of your presidency?
Oh, Zach, it has to be the economy. We need more good jobs with rising incomes. We've got to make the economy work for everybody, not just those at the top.
We need to take a break. We just need to have a word from our sponsor. Okay.
Washington is broken. The truth is, too many politicians are totally controlled by special interests and lobbyists. We're going to make America great again. I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
He approves the message.
Why would you play a commercial for my opponent in the middle of our interview?
He paid me in steaks.
I'd be afraid to eat them if I were you.
It's a good cut of meat. I think it's part of the asshole. Well, this has been a lot of fun, Mrs. Clinton. We should stay in touch. What's the best way to reach you? Email? What's going to be the number one?
What's the best way to get a hold of you? Email. The look on his face, that was epic. I love it. Oh, and Ascending Proof is up in the house.
What's up, AP? All right, check this out. Oh, prayers up for Rochelle. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
She had surgery on her foot. So
I
make
don't
sure that
know
we're
who that
putting
is.
her in our prayers for a quick recovery. All right, check this out. We're not going to play all 4 minutes.
Coolio was telling me about how a couple of
I'm not going to say no names, but some big top hats of the industry were coming at him. Males, by the way, were coming at him asking for sex. You know, they were coming at him talking about some child trafficking stuff, and you know, we were going to expose it all.
There's a lot of shit I know that I want to tell people. It's a lot of things that I want to teach, but I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared because I got 4 grandchildren, and I got children that are in this world. I got people I care about, and I got people that I care about that don't necessarily believe what I believe.
Yeah,
and I'm not. I have no fear of death, and I think that those that would oppose my beliefs, they've probably done enough. If somebody's after me or if somebody's watching me, then they know enough about me to know that I have no fear of death. So killing me don't mean shit. It just confirms that what I said was true. But I do have a fear of them hurting my family. So I'm quiet about certain things. I don't talk about everything I know because I don't want nobody in my family to be hurt.
I'm gonna be real. I'm upset. So many different things that we were gonna talk about. Exposing the industry, exposing a lot of the stuff that's happening in this nation, dealing with the government, et cetera, et cetera. And I remember he was telling me he was worried about talking about certain things because he didn't know what they would do to his.
How much of that, how many times does an artist get threatened and then put in compromised situations so that way
Playboy Mansion being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who was out of the biggest, one of the biggest, most famous singers at the time in the early 2000s? Who was always at the Playboy Mansion? Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. And I did a video on this years ago where if you watch the video for My Way, he does this, and now we know what that means. And I'm like, oh, look at him. He's throwing it right in our face. If you really sit down and listen to the lyrics of that song, when he says, just one more fight about your leadership, and let me go look the lyrics up, because when I heard the lyrics, I'm like, wait a minute, he was doing this as a way of like, fuck you, not in our face, but the song My Way is basically a breakup with the Illuminati. He's walking away, and it's
a lot of times when you walk away, your career's over or your life is over.
And what happened after that really kind of came out? Let me look, because there's a particular lyric that really makes you think. Oh, just one more fight about a lot of things, and I will give up everything to be on my own again, free again. Right there, he's telling you, again, listen to that. Just one more fight about a lot of things, and I will give up everything. He's talking about fame and fortune to be on his own again, just a regular, normal guy, free again. That's his breakup song with the elite. And I totally had a different respect. And I said to myself, now looking back at the video where he's doing this, he's bringing light to it. That's my take on it. I mean, y'all make up your own mind on that. Proof, yes, we did talk about the CEO. We didn't get into detail, but we did.
I haven't really dug down it yet. I'm still trying to think there's something deep there. I just don't know what it is because I haven't spent time on that yet. But that they're the largest health insurance company in, I think, the world.
And again, it's like when you look at that picture of Baphomet with The fingers up, sitting down with the goat legs. What is on his stomach? The knife with the two snakes. How come there's so many snakes in medical logos? The World Health Organization. Look at it. It's all snakes.
From what I heard, they made 480 billion that was going to get announced before he was executed.
Again, it's like, who with this movie, with all the twists and turns we've already seen, I can't even tell what's real and what's not. That's why sometimes I just fucking walk away from it, because it's just. And I was talking to Jonesy a couple weeks ago, and she said some of the content creators that she have talked to as well said the same thing I have. Some of the videos that I make afterwards, I feel like there's a relentless attack spiritually, because I'm exposing a lot of things, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm this big thing in this culture war or this spiritual battle that we're going through. But it's like some things that I have exposed after making the video, I have felt a big attack. And she said some of the other content creators said the same thing. They feel the same thing. Yeah, there you go. It's right there.
Right there. Right in your face.
Look at Blue Cross Blue Shield has the two snakes. The World Health Organization. There's so many other health providers with snakes in their logos.
These Hint of Lime, I know they're so bad for me, but these Tostitos Hint of Lime chips are like the most addicting things a person could ever eat.
Yeah, I was just reading what Proof said. He said the bullet casings recovered had the words deny, defend, depose written on them.
3-step process taken directly from the handbook.
That's like, I was watching a video a while ago. It was Roseanne Barr, and I forget who else, and they were talking about anytime you've heard in the past, when they lead you into communism, they always say, trust the plan, trust the plan. Every time we're led into communism, it's always trust the plan. And it's like, what does Q say? Trust the plan. So now I'm starting to think, Roseanne, okay, are you a fucking shitbag too? Why now all of a sudden are you like putting out this like black pill?
There's still a lot of, you just still gotta disseminate through all the bullshit.
No, I know, and that's why, like I said, it's like it's so hard to figure out what's what and who to trust.
I remember,
like Alex Jones. Like Alex Jones, I don't fully trust him. Oh yeah.
Didn't one of the Rothschilds die over Thanksgiving?
I was in that area a few months ago. I spent a month in California. It was the most evil place I've ever been.
I'd really like to go to DC during the week and really take a walk around there. Like the people on the ground, like Nancy Drew, Mustang Medic, and there's a couple other people that go around DC and they show you, still to this day, the FBI building is fucking deserted. You go to the Capitol, there's like nobody going in there.
I go to DC every now and then. I'll take a video next time I go. I'll spend more time. I'll go on a weekend.
You got to go during the day though. It's like still to this day. Look up the Oval Office. It says closed. Every day it says closed. I don't know. It's getting late.
Yeah, it's almost midnight here.
Yeah, we've been on for 2.5 hours.
Man, all right. I'm ready to roll.
I got a video to close it out with.
Okay. Let's close it out.
Y'all cool with that?
Then I'll go to bed. I got nothing to close it out with. Love y'all.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Jump the Don. There's a new dance move going on. Check it out. Everybody move your arms like this. There's a dance other people do and I think it's a hit. Don't be shy, go and get up on the dance floor. Have the time of your life, I'm the man, do the trap. Do the trap. In the school, in the pool, or in the club. We don't got no time for haters, they just their way. We're about to turn the country to a red state. Do the trap. 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 Kamala thought she had me, that's a funny fact. We could celebrate now and just laugh at that. America the beautiful, home of the brave. Ask them why they hate me, they got nothing to say. They say I'm not a politician, I'm just here to have fun. Yeah, I golf a little bit, but I get the job done. I got respect all over the world. Donald Trump is the name and I'm taking your girl. Everybody move your arms like this. There's a dance other people do and I think it's a hit. Don't be shy, go and get up on the dance floor. Have the time of your life, I'm the man, do the trap. Do the trap. In the school, in the pool, or in the club. We don't got no time for haters, they just their way. We're about to turn the country to a red state. Do the trap. 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 Made America great before, I'll do it again. For a nation that used to hate us, wanna be friends. You ain't see Donnie T up on the dance floor grooving it. Every time I move around, the girls start losing it. I'm the boy to make America great. DNC can't compete, it ain't up for debate. I ain't lowering gas, now I'm making it free. Even if I do, my haters still be hating on me. Everybody move your arms like this. There's a dance other people do and I think it's a hit. Don't be shy, go and get up on the dance floor. Have the time of your life, I'm the man, do the trap. Do the trap. In the school, in the pool, or in the club. We don't got no time for haters, they just their way. We're about to turn the country to a red state. Do the trap. 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 Do the trap.
2024. 4 years more.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for being with us tonight. I really appreciate y'all, Mr. Jeffrey.
Now, I want to ask one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's been quite a few celebrities that have came out in support of Trump for this election. You have all these sports stars doing this dance now. Do you think they would have been able to do this in 2020? There has been a big shift between 2020 and 24 that tells you that things are changing. These people would never have been able to do this in 2020.
We are now the culture. The culture war has shifted to us now.
Yeah.
We are the culture.
I still can't wait until everything finally comes. Trust me, I know in one of the videos Proof said, don't hand out the I told you so. No, fuck that. I can't wait to hand out the I fucking told you so.
So the nothing burgers?
Just remember, trader's gonna trade.
It's still amazing how, you read through some of the comments on these YouTube videos and people like, oh, Trump is a traitor. Trump is a traitor. How? They can never answer. Oh, Trump's corrupt. How's he corrupt? How do you go to Washington, D.C., give up your salary and lose money, lose billions of dollars being corrupt? I did it. Proof, I love you too, man. Proof has been one of the ones that's been with my channel since the very beginning. So props to him. I don't know how he puts up with the disaster sometimes, but I did a video about the presidential salary and all that, and how, and I go from, I didn't start with Reagan because Reagan in the public eye is dead. I started with George H.W. and I went from there. And I even included Pelosi in that. And I was like, Trump is the only president in that group that lost money. How did Clinton go into office worth $13 million, comes out worth 270? Don't talk about the Clinton Foundation. I don't want to fucking hear that. It has nothing to do with it. Clinton benefited the most out of all of them. All of them.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Oh, that looks like fucking. Is that Don Knotts?
Nope, that's a Cuomo.
Oh, that's the
That's the father of the Cuomos.
That's not Mario.
Oh.
Is that Mario Cuomo or is that his father?
All right, you guys want to leave with a prayer?
Always.
Cool.
But I'm gonna drop a little Easter egg. Go ahead.
All right. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us all together this evening. Thank you for speaking through us. And Lord, we just pray that you protect us through everything that we do. Thank you for waking up as many people as you have. And Lord, we just pray that you continue to wake up the masses so they can come to you and then that way they can continue to do what you truly want us to do, and that is to love each other. Lord, we pray for Rochelle's foot to heal, and we pray for everybody that was on this here with us during this podcast. Lord, we love you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Da-da-da-da. Easter egg. Oh, it's on there too long.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Love all you guys.
Don't forget to like,
share,
and subscribe.
We'll see y'all later.